Okay, what do you think is the root of this? Do you think he was just no longer into you and he's using all these things as an excuse? Do you think he's back with Kimberly? Do you think he's
No, I think it was an attempt to see like how far I would go for the relationship. Like how committed was I to accommodating the things that he wanted? Because during like all of these arguments and stuff, like when I got back from London, like everything was fine while he was still in London. Like when he was still in London, he was still calling me, video chatting me, everything was fine after our fight. We had like made up, we had talked it out, we were good. And then he was totally fine the whole time in London. I think because he still needed my help with like booking things. Which like, I had his friends send me money. I was not like paying for this stuff on my own, but I was like, he needed help with hotels or whatever. So I would be the one doing the booking and he would have his friend in the US send me money. But I think.
So wait, I'm still lost. Why couldn't he book his own hotel in London?
He doesn't have a credit card.
And why is that? Is that like a Nigerian thing, or am I just really stupid? Like, is it, or he has like terrible credit? I'm so like,
your guess is either. Your guess is as good as mine. I guess they don't have it. Maybe they don't have it there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking it's maybe more a Nigerian government thing. Like maybe you can't have a credit card.
Might not like cross.
Okay.
Over.
Okay. That's probably it. Okay. Wow, this is a lot. This is like a lot. Do you think he is a Nigerian scammer?
I think that he is willing to, and by his own admission through messages, that his career is the most important thing to him. So I do think that he's willing to do what it takes to get his career off the ground. And I don't think that matters necessarily in the end, like his, how. I think like he hasn't taken people's feelings into consideration like he claims that he does. So in that way, like if his exes really believed that he was into them and that was like a full real relationship and whatever, then to me that's not truthful, is it? Like,
do you like his music? Do you think he's a talented artist?
There's certain songs that I get that I'm like, okay, cool, I like that one. He wrote a song about me.
So, what's it titled? Is it out?
It's not out yet. I don't know when it'll be out or if it'll be out. Maybe it won't be. But he played it on his live for everyone when we were in London. He's played it for on his lives since then.
Oh, I need to hear this. Do you like it? Do you think it's good?
Yeah, I do, because it's mostly in Hausa. So like, luckily, I don't know what it says. But now I can't listen to it. I can't listen to Afrobeats.
Now we don't know. I mean, he might have changed it to the sex was bad, and who knows what he's saying about your coochie. I mean, we just have to wait.
Guess we'll wait and see, girl.
Okay, like, did you guys have sex? Like, he does seem hot. Like, he seems like he's a guy with a big dick. Like, can you tell us like anything? Sorry, like, I mean, you were with him for 3 years. Like, did you guys consummate this relationship?
Yes.
Was the sex any good? He looks like he's kind of good in bed.
It was fine.
What's better, his music or his like abilities in bed?
Oh God. I feel like I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't when I answer that one. Can I plead the fifth in a podcast? Is that allowed?
No, this is not Watch What Happens Live. You have to answer.
Oh God. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't answer that.
Okay.
I'm trying to be nice, but I'm also not trying to be too nice.
Kiera, why do you want to tell your story? I think that's what people are curious about. A little bit, you are on your social media and, I think you're a little hurt, right? Like, I mean, do you? Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
People are like, you should go away. You're not with him. You should have known better. Why do you feel like it's important for you to tell your story?
Because I think it's important that people see like the discrepancies in what he's saying when it comes to timelines and things like that. And also that like, yes, I got it. Dummy across the forehead, whatever everybody wants to say, like, it's fine. But there was a lot behind the scenes and a lot of manipulation going on and a lot of storytelling going on that, led me to believe things that weren't true. So I feel like it's only fair if he's going to sit there and go on interviews and talk about me, who was not on the show with him. I did not have a contract. You know, like if you're going to go on and you're going to talk about me as if I'm just another one of the people that you did the show with, and you're going to lie, then there's no reason for me and no NDA for me. So I can say the truth and I can tell my side of things. In the past, normally I would do like whatever it took to like protect my partner, to make sure that they don't look bad, you know, like whatever, take the hit. But why should I do that if you're going to go on interviews and you're going to lie about me? You're going to bring up like my family to try to prove that like, you know, you're a good person and you've done all these good things and you're so sweet and romantic to be with, etc. You're going to like keep painting this picture of you being the perfect guy in the relationship and the women not suiting you. And that's just not the case. You don't suit American women. It's not going to work unless they really are a submissive person. And like, it's just, he wants somebody who works, who provides their own money, who contributes to the household, who's independent and everything, until it comes to anything related to him. And then he wants that submissive wife. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you get it one or the other. That's not how this works.
Gosh, I could talk to you forever about it. He's an interesting person. Okay, do you think he still wants an American girlfriend? I mean, now he has his visa.
He doesn't have a visa.
He doesn't have a visa, but the application is been.
He doesn't have anything. He got denied the times that he's applied for the US one. So,
okay, so all right.
The only one that he got like that wasn't within like Africa was the UK visa, which was a 3 month, and that's over.
Okay, so he's never been approved for a US visa as of now.
No.
So do you think he is still on the hunt for an American girlfriend or partner?
I mean, he has said in messages before when he said that him and Kim were applying that like he thinks he deserves it. So I don't know.
What did he specifically say about your family? Was there anything you wanted to clear up there?
Yeah. So after I had broken up with him this last time, my father went into the hospital, and I was with my father in the hospital for a solid week. He was still watching all of my stories. Like first thing I post, he's the first one to watch it, liking all of my content, creating this image for everyone online that he's this nice guy, that we ended on good terms, that everything is great, hunky-dory, kind of the way that his past relationship was, where they were going to be like, throw away the key and never say anything. But on the flip side, when he was talking with me, it was very like, I don't give a shit. I don't care, whatever. Like you do what you want to do. Like no one's going to believe you kind of thing. Like very, I don't care. And then online to everyone else, and it's not, he's playing like this sad character, this like, you know, we're still good. It just didn't work, blah, blah, blah. And then goes on to Tasha K's interview and talks about my dad, about the fact that like he reached out to me. He reached out to me like 4 days after my dad got out of the hospital. And the reason that I got pissed at him for reaching out was because he sent me a message. I read it as I was walking into my girlfriend's house for dinner. And so I put my phone down to say hello to everyone, and I didn't respond to him fast enough. And then it became like the barrage of like, oh, you can't answer my kind question. Like I ask you this because I care about your dad. Like an aggressive, like I wasn't responding to him like enough. And I was like, you waited long enough to ask me the question. You can wait for me to give you an answer. You know, and then he went on Tasha K saying like, oh, like the reason she was mad, she was still mad, was because like, you know, it's nice to be with Usman and I'm romantic and, you know, she still wanted to be with me and all of this. I'm like, no, at that point I was pissed. Like at that point I was pissed that it took you that long when you were that close with me and you knew my dad and you guys talked a lot. Like, so I'm like, the fact that like you try to use that to like prove that you're this good guy after the breakup and that I'm still like desperately pining for you and that you broke up with me, like the whole narrative was just like trying to paint him like he was this like hugely desirable person and that I was just like this pathetic girl who was chasing him.
Do you feel totally used by him, or do you think he was in love with you too?
I think he was in love with the idea of me, but I don't know that he was in love with me. In hindsight, I think like the idea of me was very appealing, but then like having to deal with the reality of me, you know, was definitely going to be more of a struggle for him. I wasn't going to bend my boundaries for him like other people were willing to. I wasn't going to cave on things or accommodate him over me. Like that wasn't going to be how it was. And that's what he was used to, was he was used to women chasing him, giving him things. you know what I mean? Him being the center of attention, him being the attractive one, him being this, him being that. And so I think like the reality hit that like I wasn't going to be that way. And it was like, oh,